Okay.
Hey, we did it. We're punctual.
We're
Look at us.
punctual. We're always punctual.
I don't know about that.
That's a complete lie.
Don't lie to our audience, Andre.
I just got a notification that we're live.
What a disgrace.
All right. Are you guys ready to do this?
No, I'm never ready.
Well, I don't even have the intro ready.
Let's go.
Dude, really?
Ayo. What's up, everyone?
Hey.
How's it going?
Welcome to
Mute Ryan right now.
I did. So, guys, welcome to the show. Welcome to 4Nerds. As Anthony would say, we are 4Nerds. And we're joined by two awesome guests. We're joined by Victor Koo, also known as Mighty Pegasus. What's up, Victor?
Hey guys, good evening, guys.
What up?
And we're joined by Aaron S. Bailey, also known as Aaron S. Bailey. Two fabulous artists and have done some amazing work. So we're going to take a look at those pieces of work as well. And here's, speaking of piece of work, Ryan is now unmuted. So Ryan, now you can talk.
Welcome, guys. Thanks for coming to the 4Nerds for another Thursday evening. We have fire guests tonight, and let's.
Okay, so we're gonna keep the train rolling here. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate both of you guys coming on here. And really, I've thoroughly enjoyed both of you guys' art. I mean, you guys post some of the coolest shit on Twitter or social media. And Aaron, recently you did a bunch of pictures based off the Zack Snyder Justice League storyboards. You want to talk to us a little bit about those images?
Yeah. I was I was reading through the storyboards, especially the ones that they had been colored, and I was like, you know what? I was like, I want to see if I can do some of these scenes and see if I can see what they would look like maybe in the movie. And that's how I started. Yeah, like this one with Lex and Dr. Maru. I just kind of wanted to get an idea for what they would look like, and it seemed like everybody liked them pretty well, so I did a few of them.
That looks sick. And I'm not gonna lie,
amazing.
Jesse Eisenberg looks a little he looks buff.
He's like,
looks like he's been lifting.
Yeah. He's ready to fight.
It looks like he's got a question and he's waiting for the answer. He's like,
Yeah, he's probably asking her a question. He's like, "Are you going to join me, or are you going to jump up that tree and run away?"
And I think he's just saying, "Ahoy, ahoy!"
It's the second.
She's like, you got us lost in a jungle.
He gives her a Jolly Rancher. That's what he does.
Yeah.
He gives her a Jolly
Cherry.
Rancher.
She's trying to figure out the flavor.
Yeah.
What's up, Neil?
What's
We got a
up,
regular
Neil?
Neil in the chat. We got Frank in the
What's up,
Cyberverse in
guys?
the chat. Mr. Purchase Fiddle,
With the fire.
Jamie, Ryan Rivera's in the chat as well. And who's this guy? I don't know who that guy is.
Hey,
Let's
go.
Hey, we got Fear Jason. We got Caleb in the chat, and we have Jesse Allen saying, "Hey, friends."
Well, I'll tell you who the ACS Universe guy is. It's the guy that YouTube doesn't like.
Wow.
Well, I mean, yeah, they don't. Yeah, they don't like him. They don't like him.
They haven't been very nice to him, but you know what? It's all good.
No, Twitter.
Twitter doesn't like him.
Twitter, yes, that's
Yeah.
also. Man, you're just making enemies with every social media platform, aren't you?
Hey, man. I did finally get back to 1,000 though, like a couple days ago. So that's
We're on-
Oh, well, there you go. Let's go.
Let's go.
it's fire.
And then here's another one that Aaron did as well, and then this is Batman with Deathstroke. I mean, this is really cool, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I wanted to mess with the nightmare stuff a little bit too. Even though we don't know quite as much about it, obviously in the storyboards, but I really want to see what happens in that. So I just had to do something.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, what's up, Meg? Honestly, if they just made like a graphic novel or comic book run of the Nightmare timeline, like I would buy every variant cover. I would get every issue of it, every edition. Like, you couldn't stop me from getting that. Please, someone do something with it.
Make it the thing. Like,
I mean, it's only popular for a reason.
Yep.
Exactly right. And this one I actually liked a lot because you took it upon yourself to like pretty much cast the Riddler, which I thought was cool.
Well, fun fact about this is actually not a real person.
What?
Yeah, I used some face AI stuff, not a real actor.
Oh,
Really? I thought that was an actor.
Because I would have gone with Hugh Jackman.
You know, he does have a Hugh Jackman vibe about him. Yeah.
So this is a make-believe character. You actually literally created this character.
Yeah, mostly because, you know, anytime you fan cast anybody in the internet, the entire internet seems to hate you for the casting.
I did that. I put Tom Holland as.
Do you have the image, Ryan? Do you have it with you?
It's on my Twitter.
Oh, okay. Can you pull it up?
Do I have it on my computer? Hold on. No, I think I did because I did it while I was at work. I was bored. So I don't have it at the house, but I did that, and I put Tom Holland as the new Batman because that's, you know, the mantle is supposed to be, you know, for Lois and Bruce's son, and so what I did was I put Henry Cavill in the background and Tom Holland's Batman in the foreground, but it was just like, you know, it was just a face. I was like, that's not really the focal point of what I was trying to come across. And they were like, oh, fuck, no, not Tom Holland. No, he's screwing up Spider-Man. Don't let him screw up Batman. You know, just like,
yeah, I'm sure that went over well.
Yeah.
Do you know this fandom at all?
I remember, like, when you posted the image, I was like, oh, he picked Tom Holland, and everyone figured it out immediately. Like, Tom Holland, no!
Yeah. So I was like, okay, never mind.
But this is a really cool image, and like, I don't know where you got the Batman from, but that looks really, really cool.
It's just a silhouette that I made from BVS.
Yeah, because that's to me it looks like the pose he has for just promotional art from, or I guess promotional images for the suit. Am I accurate?
You're right on it. You are right on it.
Wow. Let's go.
I am terrible at drawing. That's a fun fact about me. Unlike Victor here, who's incredible at drawing. I'm terrible. So I use a lot of stock and like stuff like that for mine.
Well, I mean, photo manipulation is an art in and of itself. I mean, it's impressive. I've tried it, and it's hard.
Yeah, it's very hard.
It's very hard. What programs do you use to actually make these, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, no. I use between Photoshop to do the initial stuff and then Lightroom to touch it up and things like that.
Oh, okay.
Basically, yeah. I'm looking into getting some other stuff, but Photoshop's really just the main thing for me.
Wow. Now, these look amazing. I mean, you're taking like real images and just making them your own. And I mean, this guy isn't even a real person.
No,
like,
that blows my mind.
Yeah,
that blows my mind.
I thought this was the guy from what is it? Jessica Jones, you know, the bad guy who was in that.
David Tennant.
Yeah, I thought that was him. I was like, oh, okay, so that's where he got him.
You might know him for his other role of Doctor Who. I mean,
Doctor Who.
Yeah, a little bit more popular.
You know.
Kalel, no.
Just be quiet. But yeah, no, I thought that was him for sure. But no, it's really remarkable how you did that. I mean, you said you used face technology. What was it that you used to make this guy's face?
It's like a program you feed in faces, and it gives you like an amalgamation of different people. Yeah. So I was like, I'm not going to use an actor, but I will use features of an actor.
Right.
To do that. For anybody that wasn't cast for Zach's future plans initially, like.
Golly.
Yo, he kind of looks like that dude that double crosses him in BVS in the nightmare sequence. Like, he's like, sorry, Bruce.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and somebody actually asked me if this was the guy that pulls the grenade in the warehouse scene in BVS, because he kind of resembles him too. Yeah. And I was like...
I think that guy was bald, wasn't he? Oh, partly bald?
Yeah. I think it was the beard in the face. Yeah.
But no, it's really, really cool, man. It's like, when I saw these, I was like, man, this is like, I really want to see the continuation of this story. And it's so frustrating that we haven't seen that yet. And so I wanted to ask you guys, I know that all of us got really excited about this, about the Zack Snyder's Justice League Blu-ray release. I think all of us probably got some version of it. Yeah, let me get mine.
Yeah, I wish I had mine right here, but
well, I mean, I only opened this like an hour or two ago, so I have it right here.
I know, I'm super excited. It's really incredible to actually hold it in my hands. Like, this is what we fought for so long, and now I have it. And then Ryan, you were the first one to get yours. You got yours like 3 days ago.
Mine came pretty quick. Actually, it came a day before Amazon said it was scheduled to be delivered, and I wasn't expecting it. So I was like, "Wow, shit!"
They like hand delivered it.
I was supposed to get this on Monday, but it came in today, and I got my notification at work, and I was just like, "What?"
So I found the image after scrolling forever and a day.
Oh, you did?
We moved past that.
So
yeah,
I don't care. I don't care. I spent like 30 minutes trying to find this thing.
I'm here to tell you right now.
No, okay, let's see.
I
Let's
care.
see.
I
Let's
give
see.
it
All right, make it full screen. I'm not going to show you.
Make it full screen. All right. Well, I
Yeah.
wanted to show. Oh, here, I'll show both. Okay, here. So this is. There you go. Can you see it?
Yeah, you haven't done anything yet.
I did.
It's on a different tab. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay, so there's that one.
Oh gosh.
Oh
And-
But
man.
you have it on. So
And it
Ryan
was,
has a
So
super
what I did
wide
was I
screen.
took this, and I kind of basically made it like that. So I was like just sort of giving that same sort of feel.
The art is awesome though.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like the composition's great. I can see why the Tom Holland thing was like a little like.
It was just like, oh my god! No, I was like, shit. I should have just fucking grabbed Michael J. Fox or some shit. You know, back when he was young. You know, like there's
Everybody
no
loves
way
Michael J.
he could
Fox.
play the
Come on.
part because he was in talks to do Robin for a while, for a minute for Tim Burton, but
Really?
yeah, for the first Batman. Second Batman, it was Marlon Wayans. Third Batman, it was that was kind of up in the air, and I actually spoke with the casting director, and then they got more money because Michael Keaton ran out because at that time it wasn't what's his name, Joel Schumacher. It was Wolfgang Peterson. He was the one that's going to be the director. But yeah, so then a whole bunch, when Keaton left, a whole bunch of money opened up. They got Val Kilmer, Chris O'Donnell, and Tommy Lee, and all that. So yeah.
Here's a question from Bakayaro. He says, "Did you use the person does not exist website to get the face?"
No. Mm-mm.
Sorry,
Nope.
Bakayaro, you were wrong.
Sorry.
And Joey's here as well, and right away he leads off with
Huge nuts.
Huge nuts.
Huge.
Look at Jesse yelling, "I got mine in May."
That's great, Jesse. We're
That's
so
great,
happy for
Jesse.
you.
Yeah, well, guess what? I got to watch it on HBO Max
Oh,
as many times as I wanted to on any device.
All right. Well,
But anyway,
move on.
So another thing that I didn't want to talk about was and because it actually relates to Aaron's work, and we're going to get to Victor's work very shortly, but the new Aquaman suit. So we saw that it was a stealth suit, and Aaron actually did a mock-up where he actually put him in like the right environment where he's got water and all that, and it looks really cool, man.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that-
this was
that's really nice.
Oh shit! That's more.
Nice.
I had heard, I don't know if it was like official or not, but they had said something about this movie was going to take place a lot more in like a like colder regions. I don't know if that's true. But
They're gonna go back to where Bruce and he met, like in that cold environment.
That's what I was thinking at first, but I was like, yeah, just like throw some cool different colors in it because the first Aquaman, they were in the desert, which I know that that's a point that's come up about the Aquaman movie is they're going to the desert to, I guess, break Orm out of a prison or something, which was in the storyboards. But I wanted to do something we hadn't seen before, so that was kind of the idea behind this.
I love the mist you have in front of the character because it could have just been very simple, just simply place the PNG of him like in the place, and like it would have done the job, but you did the extra effort to add the atmospheric elements to it, which just makes all the difference when you're trying to add realism.
Oh yeah,
well,
it blends it really well too.
Yeah,
and the thing is like if you went back and looked at my art from like 2 years ago, it's absolutely terrible. It really is because it seriously is. It doesn't have any of this. Like it doesn't have anything in the foreground. It's all background elements, and so I've just been working on it. So,
Well, your skills have improved then because I mean this looks just about as good as what they released.
Yeah, no, this is
I
amazing,
don't know about that.
man.
What they did, they put the atmospherics on there as well for the dust and whatnot. But yeah, I was like, he looked out of place in the desert with that suit.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Well, it is Aquaman.
No, but like if they would have put this out there, this would have made more sense. It would have been like, oh shit, look at that. It's darker, it's water, mountains and shit. Looks
There's mountains.
I bet you could throw a football over the mountains. But no, I know it looks cool. I guess he's a mod. Did you guys know that Joey's a mod?
What? Anthony, what have you been doing?
Anthony,
I didn't do that.
I didn't do that.
No, he's a mod.
And this is a good point from Ryan. He says Aaron doing a better job or better than WB marketing for their films. Not surprised. I know.
Well, that's not a high bar. That is not a high bar.
That's a very good point.
It's not. It's not. But looking at some of your art, I mean, I love how you're able to kind of bring these images together. here's Doc Ock, and then what Spider-Man is this? Is this the new one?
That's that's Tom. Yeah,
that's Tom.
I like how you can see his eyeball too.
If you pay attention.
I know. Shut up.
Everybody's like, no, that's Tom. Why him?
Oh no, not
Batman.
Tom Holland. As Spider-Man? No way. No.
It won't work.
No. It's not gonna work.
We're not talking about Batman over here. No, not Tom Holland. No.
no, he's ruining everything.
Bro.
Okay, that's freaking dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that. Yeah.
That's one I've wanted to do for like years on years, as I wanted to recreate Amazing Fantasy. So,
is he holding Philip Barker?
No, it's Jesse from Breaking Bad.
I see that.
Oh,
okay.
It is.
It's not though. It's not. But I did get that.
Oh my
Look
god.
at Jesse. Everyone does better the marketing than WB.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But yeah, no, this is freaking awesome, dude. My god.
That is fantastic.
How long does it take you to make?
A couple hours usually, depending on what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, look at that. Oh, look at that piece.
Oh yeah.
What is that? Oh man. Is this one of those face things that you just make up?
Yeah,
It's a rando person. This
AI
guy doesn't
face,
exist.
AI
Doesn't
face.
Not a real person.
He's like, actually, the video you're watching, that's not really me either.
No.
That's how good I am.
This is a deep fake. This is
This is a deep fake.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
gosh.
then, oh wait, I'm on the wrong screen. There we go. This is the one I want to talk about as well. This one is so freaking cool with Doctor Strange. I mean, like, oh my god, dude! There's so many different parts of this that I just fell in love with immediately.
I had to get out of the habit. I did a lot of these for a long time with a lot of smoke effects and stuff because I didn't know what to put in the background. So I would just fill the entire image with smoke and be like, "Oh, look, it's like mysterious,"
I do that all the time with my art. Don't worry, backgrounds are the
It's
worst.
mysterious.
It works.
I either just heavily blur the background or just throw in a ton of smoke if I don't know what to do. So this is both. So
And look, it's
sign of a true
Snyder
artist.
Steppenwolf. I haven't seen this guy in forever.
What's up, man? What's up, Steppy?
What's going on?
Epi.
The new Wolverine game is insane. What?
Oh yeah, there's a Wolverine game that they're working on, as well as Spider-Man 2.
Gonzo in the house. What's good, homie?
What's up? Why not? Yeah, it's good. It's a good artist stream today.
Oh yeah, I know. He's like, "How are you gonna skip my comment?" I know. I haven't seen Snyder Steppenwolf in forever. I even have Steppenwolf in the corner. He's behind Man of Steel. But anyway, no, this is freaking awesome. So Dawson, you were saying that basically you used to put a lot of smoke in the background of your images as well to kind of.
Well, I mean, I think Victor can attest to this. Like a lot of artists, when it comes to starting out, many of them don't like drawing backgrounds. So a lot of times they'll make it blurred or smoke or something to where it has a cool effect, but it doesn't take as much effort to say maybe adding in an intricate background with like destroyed buildings or something.
Yep.
Because
very abstract, very easy.
Yeah. So when you focus on the character and you say it's intentional, but really you're just like, I didn't want to do anything to the back.
But you know what, it's come to my help several times because people are like, I like how you focus on the subject and not the stuff in the background. Like that's really creative. And I'm like, yeah, it's just
it was intentional.
No shortcuts were taken, not at all.
No shortcuts were taken.
No.
So this one I want to show too, because this one you sent me earlier, and I'm sorry, but like this was fucking badass. So this is a poster of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Nice.
I was like, holy shit.
The lettering is fantastic too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the bottom is obviously just the official logo, but the top part is actually I had to like create a kind of a font, use a font and make one to kind of match with the theme. So, but yeah, I thought with the broken glass and stuff, I like the concept of like reality's breaking apart, so it's the glass is shattering, things like that, And he's got his astral form behind him. Something like that.
I like that. That's really good. And that's one thing I always have trouble with. Like I've tried, for example, a while back, I tried to duplicate the image of, oh gosh, what's his freaking name? Eddie Blake from Watchmen, like smashing through the glass at the beginning of Watchmen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Glass is a pain in the butt. Like shattered glass. You think it's just a couple of like slightly opaque shapes? No, it's a lot more than that. It's a lot more than that.
No, I have found that like if you're gonna do broken glass, a great way to get the effect of it is to add really bright edges. That's what I've started doing, just highlighting edges, and like it works.
Yeah, that's very
true. Just add a lot of contrast, and you're good to go.
Yeah, add a lot of contrast, and you're good to go.
Slap the Dodge tool on that bad boy, and
yeah, there you go.
All you got to do.
This baby run for 500,000 miles.
We have Job Diaz in the chat.
What's up, Job?
What's up,
Job? Since I'm commander, I've been promoted. I was lieutenant, now I'm commander. Now
man, I'm apprentice and Andre's commander. What the heck is this job?
Yeah, I'm a bounty hunter.
Hey!
Man, I'm just a lame sidekick, apparently.
I read it wrong at first. I read it wrong, and it said new recruits, Victor, and then I just thought it said Ann Bailey. like I didn't even have a rank. Like just Ann Bailey.
Like, what the hell?
But this one is really cool, and then I also love the other one you sent me too. I mean, I like all three of them actually. So that's the one we saw earlier. That was the Aquaman, and then this was for the Suicide Squad.
Oh wow!
Which I thought was really cool.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That one was an idea that I had.
That makes me think like Waller really, she's not going to get hit in the head with some inanimate object and let it go.
And she's not going to get pissed off if she's not going to get pissed off if Rick Flag makes fun of her shirt.
Yeah, exactly. And yes, everybody, Taylor is still alive. Yep, I'm still alive. What's going on?
There he is. What's up, man?
I was going to see Taylor.
Got a new kid, man.
It's a lot of work, man. I mean, Victor can attest this as well. Like when you have a newborn, it consumes like everything. A lot more for my wife. When we had our newborns, she had them a lot, but they take over.
She had
a lot of newborns. I'm confused.
She had a lot of kids.
Only had 2 kids.
No, when we had 2 kids, I'm saying when both kids were newborns, like they spent a lot of time with mom. But it takes a lot. You gotta do a lot of things.
Like that's a dirty diaper. I can't handle this.
Taylor gets it. Okay, that's all that counts. Taylor gets it. Yeah, she had a lot of newborns. But no, I mean, this is such a cool image, and it just makes you want to I really want to see the Ayer cut so bad. But here's the thing: is that we know that most likely, they don't want us to see it because it's just another black eye for the people who are in charge at Warner Brothers, because they're like, well, if we put that out there, then they're gonna know how bad we really fuck things up.
How many absolute just hits can WB take at this point? Like they deleted the entire Snyder cut basically from the theatrical, and then they know they've got something better with David Ayer's film, and they're just like, nah, don't release that. We look stupid already.
Pretty much.
We look dumb. Don't put that out.
Their marketing team is scrambling, honestly. They're like, how can we save face? How can we save face? Oh, here we go. Let's unlist a trailer for a movie that's coming out on Blu-ray. That's a smart idea, right?
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, so about that. Now, I'm sure you guys saw this, is that WB decided to unlist the trailer for the Blu-ray release of Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I absolutely fucking loved him for doing this. This morning, Zack posted this, putting them on blast, saying, go check this out, you guys. And look, and he didn't even say anything. He wasn't like, hey, make this trend or whatever. No, he just posted it. And that was enough right there.
Yeah. Well, I did not subscribe to Warner Brothers Entertainment. I'll tell you that.
No, I did not subscribe to Warner Brothers Entertainment.
I did not subscribe to Warner Brothers Entertainment.
But instead, like and subscribe to the 4Nerds.
Yeah, there you go. Nice segue.
Yeah, see, there you go. And also, too, Ryan, just so in my defense, this is an image from a tweet. This is not from my Vero. That's why it's not liked.
Got it.
See, the heart isn't lit up because it's an image. This is
no, because
image. Preface: Andre is notorious for not liking people's tweets.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll be like, look at this tweet. You didn't like it.
You know what? Honestly, Andre is just notorious.
Notorious Andre.
Notorious Andre, yes.
Yeah, it's just oh my gosh, and it's like and what they're doing with the promo, it's like they don't even list this yet. The link got out, and now everyone's been watching it. Everyone's been sharing this.
They want it to fizzle away. They want it to go away. They're trying to sweep it under the rug.
But why even make this? So obviously they made this ahead of time.
They're making it so that hopefully it will get low numbers, so they can say, look, Zaslav, since you're going to own this shit, look, the numbers don't lie. This thing got no views.
Yeah, I have no doubt in my mind that they posted this on August 23rd, right? That's when they posted this video and had it unlisted. I have no doubt in my mind that they wanted to post and have it public like a week from now and then show very low viewership numbers and be like, oh, check it out. No viewers. This is really in demand.
Saw that guy Campion, right? The guy Campion. Don't watch that idiot. No. But he was sitting there saying that look, it was out for like a week, and then after that, nobody cared.
Yeah, it was just it wasn't a discussion.
It was huge a week after it came out. Like,
it was huge.
It was huge.
I mean, we're still seeing posts about BVS like all these years later.
I mean, hell, BVS sold out this year.
Yeah, but nobody's talking about these movies. Like,
apparently,
they want it to go. They want it to, disappear, not be in the conversation.
Yeah.
So
yeah, seriously. I mean, they would love nothing more than this topic, this movie, just to go away. And that's the other thing too. When it comes to the air cut, like we said earlier, there's no reason why they want to release it because they're like, look, we really look hella dumb. Let's just hope this goes away. We got the Flash coming out, and we got the Batman, which I'm excited for. I really am. Mm-hmm. But you're excluding a huge segment of your fan base.
Yeah.
All because you don't want to look like you made a mistake. But, but you did. You made a mistake.
What do you think about that, Victor? What are your thoughts on them trying to hold back the hype?
Man, I'm not surprised. It's something that we're all used to already by now. We should always expect something like that coming from them.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's how I feel. It's I'm kind of like you guys.
Very, very predictable for sure.
Yeah. It's extremely predictable. I mean, like honestly, when I saw that this was being put out there, and let me see, I know Eric Blake had a great one, a good tweet here that I want to share with you guys.
A bloody good tweet.
A bloody good tweet. It says these screenshots were both taken within seconds of each other just now. This trailer was posted 2 weeks ago. And you said it was even earlier than that, right?
It was August 23rd.
Mm-hmm. August 23rd is when it was actually posted. Mm-hmm. So since August 23rd, it has sat there unlisted.
Collected dust.
And I just couldn't believe it.
No,
so here it is right here.
It's pretty much what Dawson was saying on the show yesterday. I agree with that 1,000%. They were hoping they could bounce that thing out there like sometime soon and just like, see, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Well, somebody found it and we do care. So that's why, you know what I mean?
I want to know how they found it. I'm glad they did.
That's what I was wondering.
I seen, Sean, the Viking. He's the first person. He posted it on Instagram yesterday.
Okay.
And I saw it and I was like, wait a minute, what is this? And I kept trying to find it. And then somebody, I can't remember who it was, sent the link to me. And by that time, everybody had it though. Like everybody was watching it and shit. So yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's like, I tweeted out yesterday. I think we've all tweeted out. Mm-hmm. I hope this thing gets over 1 million views to show them like, hey, look, this is very popular. This is what we want. Yeah. Now, that's not to say that, the projects that are coming out like the Flash and the Batman should go away. No, not at all. But to me, it's mind-boggling to think that, you got DC fandom coming out, which is like, oh, we're going to celebrate all the DC fans, but yet we're going to exclude all of these fans because we just want this property to go away.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna look more stupid when it's still unlisted in 2 weeks and it has like 100,000 views. That's gonna look even more dumb on their part.
One thing that Dawson said that really, stuck out, which is true, is that there's got to be some underlying reason other than they just don't want to look dumb or whatever. There's got to be something. He was saying like, Zach stole their wife or something. But that's not the case. He stole their wife. But yeah, I mean, there's got to be something that we don't know. We're not privy to as to why they are so anti-Zack, anti-Snyder, anti, this thing here. It can't just be that, people didn't like that narrative, so we already course corrected. It costs too much money to course correct now. That can't be the reason. There has to be something else.
A little update on the trailer. So yesterday, from when I saw the link, It had 3,000 views. Has 54,000 now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or 54,000.
And honestly, it's like I think we just have to do our best to help spread awareness of
And
the
it's
trailer.
still unlisted.
It's still unlisted.
Oh,
And
it's
they know
gonna,
that
now,
it's been,
now they're going to keep it unlisted for good. Now.
well, yeah, because they're probably like, oh, Toby, do you want us to list it? No, don't list it. Leave it unlisted. Because if you list it, then you acknowledge them. Okay, good. You know what I mean?
Right now, he's like, release the Justice's Gray trailer, and also don't leave that one unlisted too. We'll use that one to give Zaz love.
It's just crazy, man. Like
that's another strategy that I've seen of theirs. They advertise the Justice's Gray edition inside of the 4K, and they're like they're not going to give you that one on it boxed in with the rest of with the original Zack Snyder's Justice League. They're not going to give you Justice's Gray. They're trying to keep those HBO Max subscriptions, I'm guessing, but because when Logan came out on Blu-ray, they put the black and white version of it with it. So yeah, they're not going to. I don't think that's. I think that's just another way for them to keep people subscribed if they want to watch. How did someone find the unlisted?
Well, yeah, because they're just like, oh yeah, so if we don't put Justice's Gray out there, they have to go to HBO Max. So that's going to keep them subscribed. You know. I think it was Ohio Dave today. Somebody asked him, "Hey, do you still have your subscription?" He goes, "No, I canceled that." But he's been saying that since I remember months ago. People were like, "Are you going to keep it?" He's like, "No. As soon as I get my physical copy, I'm canceling that subscription."
Bounce.
And he did it. Justice Gray is the only incentive to keep HBO Max subs. Yeah, it really is. Right? When it comes to Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, Ohio Dave out there probably with a smooth, clean emailed copy of Justice.
Oh
League.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's probably got his personal copy.
Yeah, his personal copy.
Yeah,
signed and everything.
He has the actual film.
Yeah.
See, but we're lucky. We're like really lucky that they didn't put out like the Justice is Gray doesn't have anything that the regular version doesn't have. Like scene wise or anything like that, because then you'd be screwed if you didn't want to have HBO Max. At least it's the same movie. You know, we can watch the same film. If they pulled like an ultimate edition of BVS and added in stuff to the Justice is Gray,
and they're like, "Yo, the only way you can see this extra 20 minutes is if
because that's such a WB move. Like,
hey, we took Zach's footage of John Stewart's Green Lantern and put it in the Justice Gray edition. It's like, I know.
And then he's ironically not green at that point. So he's
Very
Gray
true.
Lantern.
What's up, Sickness?
What's up, Sickness?
in the house. What up?
Apparently, the unlisted video showed up under one of WB's playlists, and that's how someone found it first. They're like, "How did this get found?" "Oh, I put it in the playlist. I'm really sorry about that."
Shouts out, real quick. Shouts out to the people in this community, like not just like people like us that talk about it, or great artists like Victor here and Aaron, but like these other people that there's some tireless researchers out here. Like to find that. Like that shit wasn't easy, and somebody found it.
Somebody found it.
You know what I mean? Like there's some people. I guarantee you, there's somebody out there right now that's combing YouTube looking for something else along those lines of that trailer that they tried to hide.
They're like, I found Justice League 2.
It's like, comb the YouTubes. Comb the YouTubes. What did you find?
We filmed in the backyard.
I've met a lot of people through this thing, but there's some very, very determined, savvy, determined, and talented people out there because they, I wouldn't have found it. I guarantee I wouldn't have found it, or I probably would have browsed over it, not thinking anything about it, not looking at the unlisted thing. But that's.
See, we need to hire the people that are leaking all the Spider-Man stuff to go in and get us the Snyder Cut stuff.
Yeah,
because they don't care about losing their jobs, so they're just like hell with it. Like,
they don't care about internet famous for like 7 minutes because but they'll take that chance, for sure.
No, I mean, and that's the thing too, is like that image, which I can't show it obviously, but the image that was put out there where it had Andrew Garfield actually talking with no audio, he was like blah 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 blah. But even that, I was like, holy crap! Like that's an actual, like, who filmed that? Like
there was more.
There was more.
There was more that came out actually.
Really?
There's an image of Tobey Maguire in the Spider-Man suit, both with and without the mask on. There's a picture.
Where's that at?
One of them, the one with the hood on, where he's got like the thing, is from Spider-Man 2.
Oh, that is okay.
Yeah, that's an old photo, but I don't know about another one.
The other one was him with the mask on, and the mask is a little bit different compared to his movies. But there was an image that, if it was a fake, it was a really good fake. And again, there's pretty good fakers out there.
Made by Aaron Bailey.
Yeah, he's like, I use face technology.
Possibly.
No.
But there was one that showed all three of the Spider-Man actors on a blue screen platform together. Again, I don't know if it was edited, but it looks like pretty consistent compared to the other images that have been seen.
Blue screen?
Yeah, the thing they use for movies.
That's kind of hard because, if they're wearing blue, usually they would film on a green screen.
No, the background in the what's name video is blue, right?
Yeah,
it's blue. So you're wrong.
If you're keying out blue, you're going to key out blue.
They filmed the Raimi films and Andrew's films with green screen, and then they do all the new Spider-Man and Marvel stuff with blue, I believe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I do
get you though, Ryan. If you're trying to get rid of blue, it's gonna get rid of.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
It's probably because half the time Tom Holland Spider-Man is not actually in a physical Spider-Man suit. He's in a mocap suit. So
yeah,
sure,
that's true.
Ryan's been disproven.
Ryan's been debunked.
What a loser.
But the leaks that have been coming out for Spider-Man, what's crazy about those is that, Marvel has been notorious for kind of it's notorious, but lately they've been kind of keeping, I'm notorious apparently, but
Notorious Dre.
They've been keeping their projects under wraps, like The Mandalorian. None of that stuff leaked out, which is amazing. For Grogu, none of that leaked out. Like, they didn't even make toys because they didn't want to leak out. But yet now you're getting full on video of Andrew Garfield hanging on to some bars. You're like, oh my god!
And with The Mandalorian, they kept Luke Skywalker such a big secret, and the way they did that is that they put out concept art of it being Plo Koon instead of Luke Skywalker, and they actually had images where they edited in Plo Koon's head onto Luke's body to try to confuse people.
See, that's smart though. They're just like, hey, we gotta throw the kitchen sink at him. You know what I mean? Don't. Are you
implying that maybe this Andrew leak is done by Sony and that he's not in the movie and they're covering up something else?
I didn't thought about that.
He's not in the movie.
I didn't imply that, but that's an interesting.
You made me think of that. So
yeah,
you're welcome.
He could totally not be in the movie.
According to Barker, Marvel movies sometimes do use blue screen. Ryan.
No, they use both. They use both. Typically for digital film, they would use green because it keys out easier. But for film, usually you would go with blue because that is better for the film stock that they use.
You know what you're talking about, dude.
Okay.
Miles Morales.
Yeah, no, I don't have any background in
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Okay. I'm just, but It is true. That's why typically with like Star Wars, with George Lucas, a lot of his stuff was on green screen, unless the actors were wearing something that happened to be blue. Then they would switch over to or have like a blue hue to it. They would switch over to like a green screen, and vice versa. If there's like if you were to have a green character like what's that chick from Guardians of the Galaxy, Gamora. If she were green with green skin, you would typically try to film her, with a blue screen in the background because it's easier just to key that out. Whereas when and there's some instances where they have both blue and green that they're wearing on the foreground. And then they have to cut around people, and that's it's called rotosplining, and that's a bitch because you have to go frame by frame. There are keyframes that people use, but for a lot of the stuff, it's frame by frame. So that's why these people get paid the big bucks to do that type of art.
So that's the question, right? According to Jamie, is the Andrew Garfield leak real? You guys think it's real? I think it's real.
It's a real video of Andrew Garfield in the suit. Now, whether it's like what I was saying, like whether it's purposely done, like deepfake's good, but you can't mimic nobody's that good.
That's really even I can't remember who it was. Somebody put out a whole thread today of why it is real. They went through the entire. Let me see if I can find that. I can't remember who did it, man.
Somebody spent hell of time making that thread.
We all watched The Mandalorian and we got to Luke Skywalker, and it looked really good, but we were all like, okay, that's not actually Mark Hamill standing there. And that was done by Disney. You know, like they're the most. I mean, they've
Well,
got
it's the same thing
money.
with Tarkin, right? They did the same thing with the guy from Harry Potter, who was one of the higher ups or whatever. But they got him because he could do the voice, and he looked very similar in stature. So they got him to play Tarkin in Rogue One, and that's why it turned out really good. But yeah, I mean, deepfake technology doesn't quite work on a bigger scale screen like 8K, 4K or whatever, because then you can really see the mistakes and the lighting changes and things like that. So they have to still use sort of like a deepfake 3D model hybrid. To get everything.
And like somebody pointed out that his hair is like it is now. It doesn't look like how it did back in whenever his movies were, where it was kind of shaved on the sides. So
yeah.
Dawson is deepfaked right now.
Little do you know, my wife is in my place right now with a voice changer and everything.
Anthony, why is he saying this name?
Jenna.
Oh, why did you say it?
Oh,
what did you say that name?
I actually have that too, right?
Why did you say that name?
So
is it supposed to be like Jenna D's nuts or something?
Who's laughing, dude?
That's my wife. My
Jenna. She liked the joke.
We're live in front of a studio audience.
Yeah. Hey, that'd be kind of cool if there was like a studio audience.
Cool,
like,
that would be.
Dang it, Frank!
Exactly, Ricky as Dawson.
You blew my cover.
I used to have that one too.
Oh, you got it.
Do I still have that one? No, I do.
You blew my cover.
That is me.
Now, not to change gears too much, but Victor, you've been on quite the roller coaster ride the past year and a half, I want to say.
Yep.
And it started when you won this beautiful piece of memorabilia that I think all of us want to get our hands on, which is that right there. Look at you. You're like,
in fact, I'm scheming as we speak.
I mean, like, can you see it right now, or is it somewhere else?
Oh yeah, it's right here. It's in my room right now. Yeah. It's right next to me. I just didn't want to put it here because it's already pretty.
He didn't want to gloat still.
Yeah, he didn't want to gloat. He's like, I got that. It's in a box somewhere up in the attic.
He makes that pose every morning before he starts work. He's just like, time to go to work.
I do see every morning, before I do.
Look at that. Look at the guns on him. God, you ripped. But anyway, this is freaking awesome, dude.
Was there any point in time when you were on set where you were like, dude, I am so jacked. When are you guys going to tell me to suit up?
No. I was hoping they did. I was hoping they just asked me to do something. The only thing I did is I recorded a short, like 5-minute with Zach and my poster, the one I gave him. And he's the only one that has that one. But we haven't seen it yet, so I don't know what's going on. I hope there will be a special place that he wants to show it. Or I don't know, maybe it's Warner Brothers again. They don't want him to show something. I'm not sure. But that poster, I gave him a metallic 24x36 with that little message sign at the end for him. So he recently, I shared it recently on my Twitter, and so he has it in his house. So it's pretty cool. And
he said it's the only movie poster he has, right?
Yeah, that's the only one he has in his house. He said so.
That's
man.
Yeah, it's a special.
What an honor.
Yeah, it's an honor. But
the only movie poster in the director's house.
Yeah, that's an auto,
I mean, that's pretty awesome, dude.
Yeah.
What in the hell's going on?
Yeah, I wish you asked me to do like something in the scene, like maybe be one of the guy that a parademon kills or something. It would
have been awesome.
Yeah. But now so nobody asked me. But I felt pretty good. I worked out the whole like 6 months until not even like 4 months.
So you put in that work.
Yeah.
Hey, it's better to be prepared, man.
Yeah.
You never know, because he'd be like, "Yo, you want to be a soldier?" And he looks at you, and you're like, "No, I meant the janitor."
Yeah,
exactly.
And this was really cool too that you did this. I mean, this was amazing.
Yeah,
thank you.
I'd play the sound, but I don't know why it's not letting me do it.
Because Warner Brothers will take your ass down.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, don't stop! Somebody stop him!" But no, this was.
It might be kind of hard to play it from Instagram though.
Yeah.
It's funny because that you mentioned they might take it out. It's funny because I tried to promote this post and they said it had offensive word in the video, so I had to appeal it, and still didn't.
What was the offensive
like,
word?
I don't know. I have no idea. That's what it says on the when you try to promote a video, it tells you the reason why they deny it.
Yeah.
And it had like some offensive stuff, and I'm like, no way, So this post never got promoted, but I was hoping to promote it so it gets more views out there. So
the hell, Instagram.
Yeah.
Messed up.
Yeah. What's up with that?
It was a little weird.
Not Twitter.
Yeah.
It's not Twitter. No, I mean, but still, this was really cool that you did this, and they didn't know about it, and you brought this for them. What was that like, giving both Debbie and Zach this image that you drew?
Dude, that's fucking fire.
It was fantastic, man. The feeling is just like, you can't see it right there, but I was like, I almost choked. I took a deep breath for a second, and then I talked, I almost choked. I was so shy, I was like, I didn't know how to be. I was really trying to contain myself.
Yeah.
And, but it was great. Zach and Debbie was fantastic. Debbie stood next to me, actually sat next to me on the table all day while Zach was shooting. And the corner you see right there is like that little behind the scene shot that you see with the Joker. I'm like all the way on the left with Debbie was sitting there. And
while they took those pictures?
Yeah, while they were taking those pictures, So that's why you don't see me. I was like right there. I was like right there. And
I'm not jealous at all.
Oh man.
And so they told you all about what? What did they tell you that no one else can know? What is the secret?
Was it this image right here?
So right there, right here, right? So this shot that was taken right there, when they took a picture of Joker, I wasn't there because they had to close all the door and keep the lights out. Mm-hmm. So while Zach was doing the photo shoot with Jared, I was on the set with Debbie, like looking around. She was giving me a tour while they were doing that. But before they did that, on that same set where Jared sat, I took a picture. I took a few pictures with Zach holding the slate, and that we have yet to see. So that also I'm waiting to see that. Zach showed me a quick one that he took, and we tried different position. So I'm hoping we get to see that sometime. That's one thing we did that nobody knows. Another funny story is right before Zach did a photo shoot of me on that set. He showed me a picture of Martian Manhunter, and I remember when Zach showed it on the League of Men stream. By the way, big shout out to the League of Men. And when he showed it on the League of Men live stream, I was like, I thought to myself, why is everybody not like surprised? Like I thought everybody knew already, and I forgot that he already showed it to me. So I knew about it, and I was
you did. Remember when he drew that Martian Manhunter on 4Nerds? I was like, did you draw that from memory? He was like,
yeah.
Wow.
Yes. And it was funny because I was like, I couldn't remember if he actually showed me Martian Manhunter, because Zach did one of these things where he just like, hey, let me show you something,
hey, hold up, I'll be right back. Keep talking.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, Zach was like, hey, let me show you something really quick, and he just pulled out his phone and started showing me some stuff, and I was like, wow, so it's one of those things that he did super quick that that's why I forgot, but it was really cool,
Yeah, so this is the image that you drew on the 4Nerds for I believe it's for
Deck the Hall of Justice.
Yeah, and so and dude, you drew this like it was nothing. You were just like that. I was just like, holy crap! Yeah, and all of us like there were times where like we would just stop talking and just be staring at your drawing. Like, I mean, it was amazing.
Thank you.
Can you make that sound again, Andre? Thank you.
Art sounds.
Thank you.
Sounds. Yeah.
Art sounds with Andre Fernandez.
Yeah.
But I mean, just being on set, I mean, I could not, I can only imagine how that felt. I mean, so you were on set the day that Jared was there?
Yeah. So I was there for 3 days total, but only 1 day on set. First day I had to do all the COVID tests, and I kind of got there late in the afternoon, so we didn't really get to do anything. I was doing the tests, and then we were just waiting for the result. The next day, I showed up at 8 a.m. and I met with one of the producers, Bergens, and he kind of walked me through and told me that today we're gonna. Well, he asked me if I knew what was going on first, and I told him I had no idea what was
You're
going
like,
on.
I don't know what's going on right
I
now.
was hoping to see the whole cast, and he was like, well, sadly we won't have the whole cast, but we got Jared Leto today. He's going to be there for a special scene that nobody knows.
the Joker.
And so that's what he's telling me. So I only got to meet Jared Leto, and Richard Citron was there on the set.
Yeah. He told us he was on there with Leto.
Yeah,
because Ben couldn't be there.
Yeah.
So and he did the lines with him. So
Yeah, I also got to meet Damon Carroll. Talked to him twice on set briefly. And great guy. Great guy. I also met the director of visual effect. He showed up and he said hi. He looked at my art and we talked for a little bit. It's a great guy.
He's like, you want a job?
Hey, that would be awesome.
Like he said something about he said he liked this. That's all I needed. But it was cool. And then I met Misha. She was the first director assistant on set, and it was super cool because Debbie was telling me that Misha was basically in charge of the set, and she was super nice. So I met a lot of people. Something else I've seen that nobody knows is what so they show me the actual Joker gun replica, the 1911 that he has in the movie Suicide Squad. They actually had it on set, and he showed it to me. He also showed me the replica of Harley Quinn's revolver. So it was pretty cool. I got to hold that. I didn't get to take a picture again as part of the policy. I couldn't take any picture, so I got to hold that. And it was super cool.
I see what you did there, Anthony. I see what you did.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I just noticed. Hey, thank you, man. That's awesome. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Dude, actually, I hadn't told anyone this as well. I also have a secret.
Oh no!
And you've been keeping it from us?
Wow, man! I don't know if I want to hear this.
See, Victor actually got in the movie, and we just didn't know it. He actually played Gary the Parademon.
I see it. I see
I
glowing
see
yellow eyes.
But no, I mean, God. That's so cool that you got the opportunity to be there and to talk with those guys and meet those guys and gals and I can only imagine, dude. I would have been flipping out.
Yeah, he would have. That is true. That's one thing.
That Andre would be like, oh my gosh. Ah!
He would be blowing up. He would be blowing up Zach's phone like. Are we still good? We're gonna do the thing today?
Yeah,
I'm ready. Can I come?
I'm gonna be at the Red Lobster.
And he's like, what? He's like, Andre, I told you like 5, 6, 12 times. It's like 3 a.m. Go to sleep.
Yeah,
just gotta sleep.
He'd been like,
he's like, I had a bagel.
Yeah.
I ate a bagel.
What's up, Cygnus? Thank you for tuning in.
What's up, Cygnus?
Happy birthday to
Wait, what? Cygnus said it's his mom's birthday. He's gonna make her watch BB or Zach. Relax.
Yeah, look at that. It's my mom's birthday.
Awesome,
so I'm gonna make her watch.
Mom, sit down.
I'm gonna make you watch this.
He's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. He's like, shut up.
Now, real quick, let's take a look at some of your art as well. I mean, you have some pretty badass drawings, dude. I mean,
put it lightly.
Yeah.
Put it lightly. I mean, there's one right there. Like,
yes.
Yo,
now I love this. I love this. I can't wait. Are you actually making the cards? Are you gonna get them printed and stuff?
Yeah, so I'm just making the artwork for the card, and my supplier, she does like a regular deck of cards and also a metallic foil cards. So that's what I'm planning on doing. Yeah.
And so you're gonna make the Joker card, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I was like, that's
yeah. Yes. Look at that one.
Wow. Scroll down. Oh, okay.
Why?
No, sorry. I thought they were both connected. So yeah.
Instagram doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Instagram, but yeah.
Ryan's like, scroll down. I'll further.
It can't go any further.
He can't pull over anymore.
I like how you have the Superman S within the heart. That's pretty dope.
Oh yeah.
Just noticing. That's awesome.
Thank you for noticing. Yeah,
I didn't even notice that.
Man, that's what artists do.
Wow, that's a really cool detail.
Thank you.
So, Victor, what's like the ETA? Like, when do you think you'll be done with this deck?
Man, it's hard because for many reasons, kind of like the reason Andre mentioned earlier, with my third baby coming up, it's just been crazy. You guys probably noticed too. I'm not as fast as dropping new art because of that reason. So I don't know. The ETA is probably going to be, hopefully, by the end of this year, no longer. Because I really want to go on a different project. So, but yeah, I'll do my best to do all 52 cards. I got 49 to go right now. So.
52 cards? My God!
Yeah.
I mean, my money's ready to be spent.
I'm gonna need you to start working on that.
Yeah, I need you to kind of hurry up. No,
I know.
I know. My money's not going to spend itself.
If you need someone to test them out, you can just send it to me as you finish. But
one of the reasons why it's funny you mentioned that, because one of the reason one of the things I thought recently is I'm gonna make each of them available right now as a print very soon. That way people don't have to wait like the whole set, to buy it. So that way they can have an actual poster.
That's a good idea.
Hey, but what you got to do,
that's
though,
a good idea. That way you can.
When you make all of them, just make the Joker the last card you put out.
Ooh, yeah,
that's
good. Like start it, but don't finish it. Like sketch it out so everybody knows it's coming. Yeah. That's the last one.
Yeah, it's actually gonna be the last one. You know why? Because I'm going down the list. So I'm doing
and who's the ace?
The aces. So I'm doing the aces, the king, and then the queens.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So the king has to be Zach,
dude.
What gave you the idea to do that, actually? Because that's such a cool idea.
Yeah,
I thought about it a long time ago. Actually, people, even fans, asked me to do it. And I always told them on my message that I will do it later on, but I never started. So this year, since I didn't really have anything going on and no convention, I figure it's a good time to start on it. So
there you go.
God, this looks just. Like the shading and the tech, it's just, I don't know how you do it, man.
Well, one thing that helps me on this one is because this is way simpler to do than my other art, because I use one of the tools, the symmetry tool that makes things faster. So I waste less time, because when you look at all the card, artwork, they're always symmetrical. So I wanted to be the same like that. I don't want to do something too dynamic, and then the bottom version wouldn't be the same, So that's the reason why I use this tool. So it's very simple to do. I waste less time, and hopefully it helps me, So
yeah, I love when the symmetry tool has justification.
Armor, no armor. Like, it's crazy, man. It's just so freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And real quick, I know Aaron, you got to get going pretty soon, but I did want to show this off as well. Where was it? This is one of my favorite ones.
Yeah,
the step berries. I loved it. I was like, perfect.
I did one not as good as this, but I did one. It was Dumb and Dumber. Of
nice.
Because Andy Muschietti had mentioned that these guys were idiots. He was like, the Supergirl is going to be helped out by two idiots or whatever. And I was like, and we always thought, we're like, no way, that can't be Michael Keaton's Batman. He can't be referring to. And then we saw the two berries on set basically, and I was like, oh, he's talking about the two Ezras, because in Justice League, he's more of an idiot.
Yeah, that was my theory for this, actually, is because I'm like, there's two berries, and I'm thinking that like the main berry, the one with the shorter hair, is Zack Snyder's Justice League berry.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have the other berry be from Justice League timeline, and they're going to wipe that out.
Well, I see. I think that this is, and this is just me. I'm on my own for this one.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
All right, we're gonna move on. All right, so this was
let him speak.
Go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead.
No, it's all right. I'll hook up Aaron later.
Go ahead.
Pissed him off.
I pissed him off.
I'm not pissed.
I beg you. Okay, now he's pissed.
Okay. But this is another cool one too. You have Peacemaker with Captain America. I was
Steve
like,
Rogers,
cool. Steve Rogers, thank you.
Yeah, I just feel like those two would have a really good conversation.
Oh man,
he's kind of like the anti-Captain America. Like he tries to do the same thing, but he's like not good at it at all.
But would he have the whole conversation in his underwear?
Yeah, he would have to have it in his whiteies and be standing there. Yeah,
and have it linger on that for a long time. Apparently,
yeah, you have to really get the point across. Like
this was cool too.
Yeah,
see T'Challa as Star-Lord. I was like, wow, that's badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of see what it would look like in live action. So
yeah,
so he did it.
He
As
did
simple
it.
as that.
So yeah, so I
that.
just wanted to.
No, and some of the stuff that you do, man, it's really, really incredible to see how it comes together. And this is a good one too. Fuck, it's the Flash. And then this one with all the hot dogs. I was like,
Yeah.
Had to have the hot
I
dog.
really like that one. Yes, that's fire.
That's freaking dope.
Had to do the Suicide Squad.
Ryan, what do you think?
It's good.
Oh, he's mad still.
I'm
I'm just joking with you. All right, so and then this one was fucking badass, dude.
Nice.
Dude.
Thank you.
Very
Like
nice.
I don't even know how
Yeah, I
you
like
did
that.
that. I was like,
Well,
wow, how?
See,
did
I
that...
get around since I can't draw. Like I said, like
get
we're looking at all
around.
these crazy Victor's drawings, which are amazing. I actually use 3D models when I can't draw. So the Spider-Man's a 3D model.
Dang.
That's
Just pose
good.
it how I need it. So
Wow, this
Yeah,
is
you can almost kind of see the
good.
arms are in a T-pose a little bit, like on the wall.
yeah. I was like, where do his arms need to go? This looks fine. It's cool. Good.
It works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's so
pretty fun.
awesome, dude. Oh my god, when I saw it, I was like, holy shit.
I'm just gonna say, like, I can't wait for that Carnage movie. That's gonna be so freaking dope.
Same. Same. I'm hoping they do it a little slightly different tone though.
This one's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's like Two-Face.
Oh, this is the other one too.
Yeah,
This was
nice.
really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was one that I was like, I don't see enough art of Jeffrey Dean Morgan Flashpoint Batman. I was like, and he was just talking about it. He did an interview not too long ago when I did
You
this.
watched it, yeah.
And I was like, son of a bitch. I was like, we really need this need this art, man. We need to see more of this. So
We do. And it boggles my mind because, like, man, if they just would have let Zach do his thing, we could have got the Flashpoint movie where we would have seen Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Flashpoint Batman, and then they could have reset the whole thing. Like they could have went their own direction, but they jumped the gun and they screwed everything up. And we know how the story goes. But this art, dude, this is phenomenal, dude.
and the thing with this is, like, sometimes I get these ideas and sometimes people give me the ideas for them, and like sometimes people will tell me stuff. They'll be like, oh, you should do, like, I had somebody tell me I should do the final battle of the Justice League storyboards with the entire world and the Justice League and all that. And I was like, yeah, but that's gonna give me about 3 months because that's a lot of work and a lot of characters. So
Yeah.
that's so stuff like this, I try to do things where it's like 1 or 2 subjects, fairly easy to do.
Well,
in an
Samuel
hour.
over here says "fuck yes." So,
Yeah, I
question-
guess Samuel liked it. Yeah,
the question I have for you is that have you started that image that you're talking about?
I have started it. Yeah. The problem being is since I can't draw, it's a matter of finding the suits that I can use and trying to get models that I can, like 3D models that work and stuff like that. So because if I drew it, we wouldn't be featuring any of my art on this. I'll just say that, like, it would be bad.
Well, if you need any help,
Dawson is there.
I was gonna say Ryan, but that too.
I envy anybody that can just put a pen down and draw, man. Like,
I put an Apple
Yeah,
pencil down
that's
and
for
draw.
sure.
That's what I do.
That's for sure. Anybody who could just straight up just be like, what? Give me a what both of them doing their streams. Ryan and Dawson couldn't do it at all, and that's fucking. It's always fire, especially if you can complete an entire drawing on one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the last one you did, Dawson. What's the last one you did?
Last one I did was
Not Bane, but
The Bane?
Spider-Man.
Oh.
Yeah. See, I
Let's see.
can't.
Well, here
so that's
before.
Now,
I
that
was kind
fun.
of
Yeah,
show
all you guys are fucking fire, except for Andre because he can't.
share, except for Andre.
Screw
There you
that
go.
guy.
Well, this is for Andre, but I don't know where he went.
Yeah, he.
Okay,
Oh, there he is. Okay, so-
okay, hold on. Let me. So my wife just came in here. And she was
She's like, get off the
No, she
stream.
opened the door. She was like, help. I was like, what's going on? And she's like, I stepped on a piece of glass, but it was like a tiny little piece. I was like, what the? So I had to help her right now, and she had to go back in the house, and she had to get tweezers. I don't know. It was crazy. I was like, oh my god, I'm hosting.
I'm hosting.
I can hear you guys like,
Oh, your
Andre's
foot.
gone. Ah. I mean, it was like a tiny little piece. So anyhow, Look at that.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh.
So that is Jesse in. I'm gonna make sort of a modified, a little bit, not too much, but a modified version of the Kryptonian suit.
Yeah.
As his armored suit, if they were to continue, with the nightmare sequence or whatever, I would think that he would need something to help him out.
She's fine. She'll live.
I was thinking that today actually because I whipped out the Man of Steel Blu-ray from my box set and was watching that, and when I saw Jor-El put on the armor, I was like, I could so see a sequence where Lex Luthor puts on the exact same type of thing for himself, which would be so freaking dope.
I thought about that also.
And they have that in. It's in. He had access to it.
Yeah.
Because he had Zod's body
on the ship. Yeah.
Yeah, and they had Zod's body that they took from the wreckage or whatever. So he was already in that suit. So all he would have to do, and of course they had access to the ship. But I mean, all he would have to do is just take that, when they took him out and made him naked or whatever for BVS. Where's the suit? Well, the suit's obviously being worked on somewhere, I would think. To sort of
in Justice League, when Clark is walking through the ship when he's about to go get the black suit, there's the things turn around, and one of them is the Kryptonian spacesuit, which is like the big bulky with the lights on the front of it and all that from the movie. I always thought that would be like the perfect one for him to wear because it looks like his comic book where it's like a huge gigantic suit.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool, and especially if you recolored it to be like the classic comic book colors.
Yeah, it'd be sick.
And the fact that they showed it in Zack Snyder's Justice League, to me, that's a huge wink at like, hey, you're going to see this again, because it would only make sense that you would see it again. And plus, we saw that when Zod had it on. I mean, even with Feyora, it was practically indestructible. I mean, they were shooting at machine guns, and it wasn't breaking. So it would.
So it gives him that edge, that advantage, or whatever that he would need. Because he's a frail guy.
He's a frail man. And then real quick, this is another really cool one. I don't even know how you made this, but this is like freaking awesome.
That's another model. But I just I wanted to do I'd never done any Leto Joker art and like kind of like this, and I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna throw something together and see what people think. So yeah, just kind of him in Arkham.
That is freaking dope, man.
I love this. This is like hell yeah.
That was just for fun.
Instead of the line in Thor Ragnarok where he's like, look over there, he's like, look what I got here.
Yes, look at this.
And then this is the last one that I want to show. I know you got to go, but I absolutely freaking love this picture. And I would love to have it as a poster in the studio. Like I love John Candy so much. I grew up watching all of his movies, and so when I saw this, I was like, dude, that is
and he's fantastic, man. He's just my absolute favorite. I love him.
My favorite line of his is he has it with the drill right there. Did I tell you I'm an amateur dentist?
Yeah.
That they tried to have him in Ghostbusters.
Really?
And if for the Louis Tully. And he did not understand what the character was, so he recommended they go with Rick Moranis.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the rest is history.
Yeah.
Is this for sale anywhere, or is this just something that you have?
I don't have it on my shop. I mean, but it's definitely something that if people are interested in.
Well, John Candy is one of those actors too. He's a very, for the most part, I think he's kind of an underrated actor in terms of what he can do. Obviously, in comedy movies, he's been phenomenal, or he was phenomenal. But
phenomenal.
He was in JFK, and he was great. The guy's just amazing, and it's a shame that he's not around anymore. But Aaron, I know you have to go, so I just want to say thank you for coming on the show and talking.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Been a pleasure.
Yeah, definitely. Good hanging out with you guys.
No, definitely, and we'll have to do it again sometime, real soon, hopefully. But the art you're doing is fire, absolute fire.
Appreciate it, man.
Amazing.
And if people viewing have not followed Aaron Bailey on Twitter or Instagram, go do it right now, or you're doing yourself a disservice if you're not doing it. So do it now.
Yeah, especially if you're into this kind of thing, which we know you are.
Yeah. I mean, why else would you be here?
You're watching this. Go,
Unless you came here to just leave a like and then leave.
He's like, what is this? What kind of show?
They're talking about comic book movies? What the crap? Wrong side.
Out of here, man.
I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me on.
Hey, man, we
course,
appreciate it.
Man, our pleasure.
That's it.
And now, Victor, I know you have to go very shortly as well, but I did.
We're going to keep you for another hour.
Yeah, we're going to keep you another hour.
Oh man, I wish I had this much time, man. I know.
But I did really want to quickly touch on the topic of you went to a con recently, where you know not only did you get to meet people, but you were actually a celebrity of sorts, where people can actually. For a minute, I thought you drew this. I was like, oh, I did it again. I was like, wow, he drew that? Holy shit!
No, that's the amazing Dominic Glover. It's an amazing artist who worked for Marvel, and a great guy. You know, one of a great inspiration out there. Yeah, so I got to meet him.
Can you imagine drawing that? I mean, he just did that. Like, I drew that.
Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah, and man, the convention was great, man. Yeah.
Yeah, what was that like? I mean, to have people come up to you and like, you know, wanting to buy your work and talk to you. I mean,
it was so far. It was the best convention I've been to. Planet Comic Con in Kansas City, Missouri, and it was also the very first convention that I got to showcase my dark side. Since the movie was released, it was the best experience ever. My best show, like I said. It was so amazing to see all the fans that came and bought the dark side, art, and they were all Snyder Cut fans. You know, they all recognized it. I think I talked to all of them for at least 5 minutes before they had to go. You know, it was a big show, and just listening to their experience. You know, like how I remember talking to one of the guys, and he was telling me how he waited until. Remember the first time they had it on the live stream at 2 a.m. and everybody was waiting when it was supposed to come out at 10 a.m. You know, and everybody waited all night. You know, and I had a blast meeting the fans for the first time, and some of them recognized me too. They came and stopped by the table, and that meant everything to me. That was the best feeling ever, you know. So it was an amazing convention, you know. So
yeah, I mean, what an amazing experience, you know, to have everyone now recognizing you and this amazing piece that you did. I got to get me one of these, dude. This is so fire. I know Anthony has one.
I got you.
This guy right here, I talked to him when he went to go see BVS in the theater. I said, hey, he's sitting in the theater on the phone with me. And I go, hey, dude, if they're giving away anything for free, man, grab me something. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, what happened? I sent like 60 of them.
Yeah.
What you going to
Well, somebody else grabbed a hold of a bunch, right? And they took off with them all. Yeah, so he couldn't get it. He couldn't make it in time. And
I was like,
sorry.
Dude, I asked Anthony, well, did you grab me one? No, I didn't.
I didn't care.
Honestly, if I had got you one, literally would have had to roll it up because that. Like I flew back home the next morning. So
it's hard. Yeah, it's hard when you fly with it.
Yeah.
What I did is I also got a couple. When I was in Michigan too, I drove down to the Metropolis Museum or the Superman Museum in Metropolis, Illinois, and I got a couple posters there. So what I did is Enoch had these like boxes in his house, so I had my Victor Crew posters because I got 3 of them because they were just left over afterwards.
Dodson, we've got Dodson here. See, nobody cares.
I'm telling you a story about our guest art.
And that is some of Ryan Zeeverfett's art right there. He put his face on there. He did an amazing job.
I'm telling a story about our guest art, and you silenced me. Wow. But anyway. Anyway, so I had 3 copies of that poster and then a couple other posters of Superman that I had in a box. So that's how I brought it home. But yeah, I have this one. I gave one to my little brother, and it's hanging up in his room. And then I had the other one was a giveaway. So thanks for that, Victor.
Well, thank you guys. No, thank you again to all of you guys who went to the showing. You know,
yeah, it was a very fun time.
Yeah, it was. It was badass.
Well, Victor, thank you so much for being here, man. I really appreciate you coming in here and sharing your art with us and talking to us about your experience on set of Zack Snyder's Justice League. I mean, oh my gosh,
there's so much more I wish I could tell you, man. Like I could talk about it like all day. You know.
Is there anything that you know about that we don't know that you cannot tell us about? Like,
you can't tell us?
Yeah, not really in that sense. Because I did ask about the Ayer cut, and at the time it was something that I was asking Debbie, and I know it wasn't really like a concrete answer. So there's nothing I could say about that because it's not like something I can confirm. You know.
Yeah.
But no, nothing really that nobody knew, you know. One thing I felt when I was there, I can tell you, is I felt like I could have been there longer. I felt like I should have been there longer. I don't know if it was an actual Warner Brothers decision or something, but because everyone was scheduled to arrive later on that week, so I didn't know if I was only supposed to be there that one day, but yeah, it was an experience, so I don't really have anything else,
So the what you put together to show everyone, is it still, do they still have it looking at it,
oh yeah, so for everyone, that's another thing. I don't know if they're gonna show. So when I went on set, I brought a gift for everyone. I got a piece of art for everyone, and I don't know if they ever made it to them. And I had one for Darkseid, Ray, and everyone. That one Zach is the one that's the one that Zach has. So he has it for sure, and we're still waiting to see that little short video, like I said.
Yeah.
So hopefully, we get to see that soon. Other than that, I think that's everything. Everybody else know what happened. What's something very interesting though? Like the day I flew back from the set is because I was told, I signed the paper saying I can't say anything about Jared, and the day I flew back, the second I landed, I looked on my Twitter, and guess who leaked something? The Hollywood Reporter leaked the whole Jared thing, and I get flooded with messages about like, hey, is it true? Is it true? And I'm just like ignoring everything, so I don't say it,
Yeah.
And that was crazy, and I'm like, wow, like the second I landed, I was like, man, that's it. They're gonna think it's me. They're gonna think I did it. I was like, man, they don't want to see me anymore. They're probably gonna blacklist me. It was crazy, like how things goes, and so I know you can only imagine, like, if nobody said anything, the second everyone would have seen Jared in the movie only, man, it would have been even crazier,
or just in that or just in the trailer at the end.
Yeah. Because what happened, I don't know. Yeah. No, I was gonna say, I don't know if Zach ended up posting the picture because somebody leaked it, after that. So it was more like a confirming type thing, after.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure, but I feel like the crowd would have been even crazier if they would have just seen it for the first time on screen instead.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, the first time I saw Jared Leto and Zack Snyder's Justice League would have been when I saw the movie.
Yeah.
My fucking head would have exploded off. Amongst all the other things that happened in that movie, if the first time
we actually have footage of what he would have done.
Oh my god! Wow! Oh my god!
Yes, that's it.
That's it.
Oh man!
My goodness.
And then Dawson, if that would happen to Dawson, then he would have danced with his wife just like this.
You just wanted to play that clip.
I love that clip so much. But yeah, so I know you have to go. So thank you so much for being here.
Victor, man, we'll be in touch.
An incredible year, definitely.
Yes, incredible year. Thank you so much, guys, for inviting me again. I've been wanting to do a live with you guys again, so I appreciate you guys.
Dude, pleasure's ours, man. It's always great to have you.
Always.
All right. Thank you, everyone, tonight, and you guys have fun.
Have a good
Thanks.
evening.
You have a good one, man.
You guys.
Awesome. Man, it's always great to talk to Victor.
Yeah,
It
Good
is.
guy. Such a good guy.
So one of the last few topics I did want to cover before we go is
we still have to be here. Man,
I know.
Hey guys, so
It was a trailer that came out today. It was the Matrix 4 trailer. Now, Dawson, did you get a chance to actually watch this?
I did get a chance to watch it.
Now, what was your thoughts? We'll start with Dawson. What was your thoughts on the new Matrix 4 trailer?
I thought it was very interesting. It looks, the style, of course, of the cinematography. I mean, the series started off like 20 years ago, right? So it's an older series. So obviously, it's going to look a little different. It's going to feel a little different. I liked a lot of the shots that I saw in the trailer. The story seems very interesting, and honestly, I'm just intrigued as to if they can find a way to bring some goodwill back to the entirety of the Matrix franchise instead of just simply, people just saying, "Oh, the first one, they should have just stopped it there." Right? I'm interested to see if they make it all cohesive and all make sense.
And we saw this image too, and I wonder what's happening here because last we heard there was a peace between the humans and the machines, but that doesn't look very peaceful to me. I don't know what the hell's going on.
That to me, that actually looks like they're taking down agents. I mean, kind of. The one on the right doesn't look like an agent, but the one on the left looks like could be an agent. Yeah.
Well, that's in the real world, isn't it? Because it's like the machines.
That's the real world, yeah.
Yes. The machine, yes. Unless they start letting the machines like hack into the Matrix, bro. Get the fuck out. It's done.
I don't know. It's just based on the trailer alone, it seems like the whole world has been reset. And
well, that's where the last movie left off, is that the Matrix reset, everything reset. And of course, it seems like Neo went back to the Matrix, and that's what happened when he was taken away. And so maybe he was simply given blue pills, which again would make him forget that he ever knew about the Matrix in the first movie. And so he's given those as like regular medication. So what I'm guessing here is that therapist that he's talking to is not necessarily an agent, but a construct made by the machines to keep him in check, to feed him these medications.
Which one, Neil Patrick Harris?
Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris, and the other one, I believe, too.
That's weird that there was two of them.
That is weird.
Yeah, honestly, I think Neil Patrick Harris is a fucking what the fuck? He's a therapist, but I think the other one isn't. I think the other one's kind of seemed almost salesman like, to where like he was like, maybe I don't know. This trailer left more questions than answers, obviously, but like I don't think he's a psychiatrist like Neil Patrick Harris. His character was like, isn't it great to get back in? Or what did he say? Something about to get back into the Matrix?
Yeah,
like,
back where all started, back in the Matrix.
Yeah,
I was like,
it just seems such like a salesman pitch, sort of. So I don't know if he's necessarily a psychiatrist like Doogie Howser, but I did call him Doogie Howser.
Perhaps he's a guy that's recruiting him to get back to the Matrix, trying to remind him of everything. Because again, I go back to the blue pills in this trailer. I think that they're simply feeding him that as medication because he's forgotten everything, and he's going to a psychiatrist, so it's like medication. So he's going to take it, and then when he dumps it out, that's when he abandons the Matrix and goes back to what he knew before.
Yeah.
But how do you explain Morpheus being young? That's what I'm trying to figure out, and also Carrie-Anne Moss being alive.
Well, see, that's what was so good about this trailer is like they showed you a bunch of fire shit, gave you a couple of lines, gave you like kind of a gist, but they didn't give away too much. Because it also mentioned, like in my reaction earlier, like Carrie-Anne Moss and Keanu Reeves haven't aged a fucking day.
I know.
Unless you shave his beard.
Yes. If you shave his beard,
he is aged forever.
Yes. 20 years, yes. But
20 years.
Dude, yeah. And she doesn't look I would give her, if I didn't know better, I would say, she's 2 years older than when she filmed The Matrix Revolution.
Yeah.
Literally, for real. Also, did y'all see the little girl, the Sati?
Yes.
Her growing up in that cafe or whatever. She was.
I knew I recognized her. I was trying to remember who she was.
Yes.
That's the wildest part about it, is seeing her grown up since the last Matrix film, and they haven't aged.
Yeah,
literally aged 20 years, and then they're still like, it looks like which nowadays is easier to do what they did when the Matrix first came. When the Matrix came out, the first one, it was so groundbreaking. It was ridiculous. Like you saw that shit and you just were like, it never been seen before. And this one, like some of the shit they were doing in the trailer, you could say like, well, we've reached a day and age in technology and film that you could do stuff like that. But it still looks like they're trying to like bump the needle once more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like try to, we know what you've seen, but how about check this out?
Well, but if you remember in the first Matrix, he said, he was the one who awoke the first of us. And then upon his death, he predicted his return. And so it got me thinking too, like, at first I thought, what if what we're seeing is actually a prequel? What if this is, when Morpheus was first recruited by like this is his origin as well as Trinity's origin. But at the same time, you're seeing things that are happening after the trilogy, so it's kind of hard to figure out what's going on. Honestly, at first I thought, okay, this must have happened in the past, but now I'm thinking maybe it wasn't the past. Maybe this is happening in current day. It's hard to explain. Ryan, did you get a chance to watch the Matrix 4 trailer?
Yeah.
It's actually called The Matrix Resurrection. What did you think of the trailer?
It was all right. I'm interested. I'm gonna watch it. It wasn't anything that like really like knocked me off my boots or whatever. Like, oh snap, this is beyond anything. I was like, okay, this is another Matrix movie. I was kind of let down by the last one for me. I thought that the first one is the best because it had the most tight, like cohesive story. And I hope that that is what this is. I hope it's a good story that makes sense and it's not just like, oh, let's just make another Matrix just because. I thought, and I still kind of think that the young Morpheus could be Neo going and finding Morpheus, because in the first film they were saying, well, Morpheus is actually the one, and the whole thing about Neo being the one might have been a misinterpretation of from the Oracle or whatever. So it could be that the young Morpheus is the one to take the mantle or whatever, and that might be the whole reason why you don't see what's his name, the older actor Morpheus, Lawrence Fishburne. That might be the reason why you don't see him in the in this thing, because they might be like, well, you can't do a lot of the things that we need your character to do, so we're gonna just go young.
What up, Alex?
What's up, Alex?
What's up, Alex?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, that's because I think if Lawrence Fishburne was like, even though he's an older actor, if he had kept himself in Matrix shape, Lawrence Fishburne will be in this movie.
Oh, I think so. I agree.
Yeah, if he can still
he's more in Perry White shape,
and I don't. Yeah, he's more Perry White. I think that they want to sort of give that subvert expectations, because that's what everybody's doing these days. In that they want to say Neo is maybe not the the hero. Yeah. Neo is now the villain or whatever, or Neo is the ultimate agent. That's why Hugo Weaving's not in it. So
but Hugo Weaving got destroyed at the end of.
But they could. I mean, they brought by. The Carrie-Anne Moss got killed too, so they
to be honest, Hugo Weaving he's a software.
Yeah,
he's developed, so he can be, and doesn't the Matrix, sort of cycle where that was the whole thing from the Kentucky Fried Chicken guy, where he was showing, like all different scenarios or whatever, where it's like,
the architect.
And so like a huge, Neo was always the same guy. He was always the same person. It was always the same interaction. Well, slight differences in interaction. But yeah, it kind of feels like that. So if it's always Neo always doing the same thing, then it has to be something different this time to give a different resolve.
And that's why at first I thought, okay, well, maybe this is like a previous anomaly.
I like your idea. I think it could go either way. Like, maybe my way would be one way they could do it, or your way, where it's actually not a sequel, it's a prequel. And this is the young Morpheus being saved by Keanu, who dies, and he's supposed to find Keanu from the 1990 whatever film.
Yeah, because I mean, and there's because it kind of it could be both totally, because you see one thing where Morpheus is there in the dojo and they're doing the kung fu or whatever, but then there's also a scene where Morpheus touches the mirror and he's like, oh shit, what the fuck? You know what I'm talking about? When he touches the mirror and it does a little ripple, he's like, wait a minute, what? Like, he doesn't know what the hell's going on. So yeah, it could be either or. That's what's interesting about the
go ahead.
Well, I'm excited for it. Just don't take Lawrence Fishburne's face and put him on like a don't do that. Don't put his face on the body like later on.
Oh man, you know what? They might do that because it's. I mean, they do that kind of stuff with
WB.
With
you never know,
dude. But I thought about that when I watched the trailer. I was like, and I had all these things popping up in my mind. I was like,
yeah,
don't do that. Don't.
But I mean, if it was, see, and that's the thing too, is that it kind of felt like it was a prequel, but then it kind of felt like it was taking place in current day. So then, if that were the case, maybe that's where like the kind of maybe that's what it is as well. It's a prequel, but it's also taking place at the same time as current day. So everything is confusing and nothing makes sense.
It's a prequel.
It's a prequel. Like, what do? We don't make a prequel or a sequel. We make a prequel.
It's like the Suicide Squad, it's not a sequel or a reboot.
Suicide Squad sold. Sold. Let's do it.
Why did you say that name? It's not a sequel or a reboot, so be interested.
Okay, and the next topic was What If Episode 5. And this is the What If Zombies episode. Now, guys, Dawson and I talked about it. I liked the episode, but it wasn't my favorite.
No.
Dawson says it's one of his top episodes.
Is it?
It is.
Wow.
Honestly, I really liked it.
It started off weird for me, and I was just like almost not into it. And then I got more and more into it as it went on. But yeah, no, I was obviously animation fire. I'm always going to
animation fire.
And it was a cool thing. And when it started off, it kind of threw me too, because normally when it starts off with the Watcher, he tells you the decision that's made, the small little thing that changes. He didn't at the beginning. So I was like, well, are you going to explain to me why there's fucking zombies right now? Like, he didn't. He just had the Hulk crash down, and then he's just like, yo. And then he didn't explain it. And then finally he, like, after that first little scene, then he explains the connection between, like, Hank Pym and all of that shit. But yeah, I was like, no, it was good. It was good. But it wasn't my favorite, though.
I just thought that, I don't know, man. There was just a little too much
zombies.
Spider-Man. No, the Spider-Man was kind of annoying me throughout the whole thing. A little too much Spider-Man, but I mean, it is what it is. Ryan,
was it Tom Holland Spider-Man?
Yes.
He hasn't seen it yet.
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but no, it was his voice. Yes.
Like, it's Mr. Zombie.
That's not
but I was telling Dawson, I loved how the zombies weren't just like completely mindless. Like, they knew how to use their abilities.
Yeah.
Which I was like, oh, that's
they saw
scarier.
Zack Snyder's movie.
Yeah, they're like, oh, they got to think.
Yo, honestly, that's not even. I didn't even think about that until just now. That is
but like when they were able to use their abilities, I was like, okay, so they probably saw
Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead, and they were like,
look at it. He's trying to take credit. I was like, yeah, of course, I wasn't right.
No, I mean, it's obvious.
I thought about that. Yeah.
No, because you've
pretty
never
obvious.
seen zombies that actually think and do things, and that was the first, really the first one.
Right there at the end of the episode was very interesting. I saw it. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Like,
Strange episode. I thought that was my favorite episode. Was Doctor Strange. No, Ryan didn't like it.
Yeah.
He just
I wasn't sold on that one. I still like T'Challa's as far as being the best one. I was like, for me, I was like, seriously, you're gonna let this one lady, this one relationship is the one anchor in the whole universe that can't be changed. This one death. And there are concepts in it that I thought were cool, but overall, I thought that was a stupid premise. I liked, how there's an evil Doctor Strange and a good Doctor Strange. I liked all that. I liked the interaction. I like what he, the sort of different things that he went through. But just the girl and whatever, and then at the end, she disappears and whatnot, and it's like, okay. So what you're telling me is that this whole episode was pointless anyway, because he didn't achieve what he was trying to achieve, and he stayed in a bubble at the end of the day or whatever. And
it's meant to be a tragedy. That's it
wasn't. I don't know. It just didn't resonate with me. So I like T'Challa's episode better.
Jesse Allen has a question. He says, "I have not. Can you read this with your Australian accent so we can get a?"
Oh, well, I've not seen Matrix 3 yet. Is it worth watching?
No, it's not.
It's a British accent, dude. That's not an Australian accent.
It's Australian to me.
Blimey.
Blimey.
Not seen Matrix 3 yet. Is it worth watching?
Didgeridoo.
I know everybody has their feelings on the second two movies. Obviously, the first one is a classic. It's the other two aren't that bad to me. Are they as good as the first one? Didn't get out of here. No.
Yeah, the story wasn't there. It had cool concepts. I liked some of the concepts as it was unfolding. I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty dope. But just overall, I was like, this thing, this is the anchor, and that's what you can't reset or whatever.
But I like that. No matter how powerful you got, you couldn't change this from happening. And so that's what drove him mad. Not only losing her, but the fact that he couldn't save her. And it kind of reminded me of
this one girl is what kills everything else. And like, wow, really? Like, I could understand if it was like, you can't learn this
Groundhog's Day. Kind of Groundhog's Day.
I love Groundhog's Day.
Remember the bum?
I love that
person who dies. He tries everything to save him, and he can't.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
and it all hinges on him winning over the girl.
They did that better in Groundhog's Day.
I think
first two are awesome.
Who's asking? Oh, Jesse, yeah. I think if you're going to like enjoy the fourth Matrix movie, you probably need to watch the third.
Yeah,
one.
you got to watch
I'm
the third.
Sure,
one. Otherwise, you won't know
there's no.
There's going to be references. There's going to be stuff in there that you're going to need to know.
Fat reference in there that you can't get away from. When you see Trinity in number 4, you got to watch the third one.
I would say, and I think Dawson would agree as well. And this is why I kept, I was talking about the idea of like a DC Elseworld series, because I would love to see Deceased to be an animated series or animated movie, because it's such an epic story. It'd be so badass.
Tom Taylor did a great job with that one. Honestly.
No, yes, it's fire. I think, you do it, DC. Do it, but also be prepared for. You're a fucking copycat, DC.
Wait,
that's exactly what's going to happen if they do that.
Gavin's trying to separate us here. He says, "Wait, who's the leader of the 4Nerds?"
It's not me.
The leader. We have a leader.
We all know.
Well, yeah, we all know the leader, but
that guy.
Yes.
Goodness gracious.
Dark Knight's metal, death metal as well. Yes, that would be badass. Since WWE wants to copy Marvel formula, Deceased is up next. Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You would think,
and,
although,
and they probably could, because DC's animation is fire. They probably could do it really good. Like it'd probably really fire. Like, yeah, but you like we've been talking about with the multiverse. You fucked up and let Marvel do that shit first.
Yeah, you're playing catch up
with fire animation at that. Like DC's. Their current animation, so like if they try to do it on that, no matter what happens, I want to see it. They're going to be called copycats nonetheless. No matter what happens, they're going to say you copied Marvel with the animated show because theirs was so successful. So
I mean, it takes you back to this. Like you can't do this right.
No,
you got called out. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? It's like, come on, man, you got to be better than that. You know,
we got to have our own segment of "Come On, Man" on the 4Nerds.
Yeah, come on,
we really
man.
do.
Just have Shaq's voice playing over it.
Yeah,
come on, man.
So the final topic,
come on.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. The final topic that I want to talk about with you guys was the newest movie from the MCU, which is Shang-Chi.
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 He says it's pronounced like the name Sean, but with an
Sean
with a G at the end.
Sean.
Sean.
So when you make the drink, it's you're drinking orange tong. Or if you're good, you might
Ryan,
be good.
have you had a chance to watch this movie yet?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
So you guys have all seen it. The rest of you guys have seen it.
Yes.
I mean, y'all can spoil it. I don't care.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna see it eventually.
We did talk about it the other day, but this movie was badass. I loved the fighting, and I loved how it wasn't just a bunch of kicks and punches and fast movements. It really took from like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, that type of style where they're flying around, spinning around, floating. I mean, I just thought it was really cool. It gave it kind of a mystical feel to it.
Better than Mulan.
Oh my gosh!
Absolutely, 1,000%.
It's Disney. It's Disney live action, same shit. Different company.
I will say, watching Shang-Chi, there were moments where I forgot I was watching a Marvel movie.
Yes.
Which I thought was for the better, because it felt like
Yeah.
you're just simply watching a kung fu action adventure with some mystical stuff in there, and it's like, all right, I am down with this. And honestly, Shang-Chi is probably my top 5 as far as like solo superhero origin movies in MCU. The MCU.
It was the most. They put more into developing his character and his background, and like I feel like I fully know his character now.
Yeah,
like, moving forward, like if he shows up in another movie or has a sequel, like I understand.
Oh, that's
his character.
Shang-Chi.
That's Shang-Chi. I get it.
And Simu Liu, the actor for Shang-Chi, I mean, let's be honest here. Like, there was never a moment where you questioned who his character was. Like, there was never a moment you like doubted his acting or anything. He just did a fantastic job.
Yeah, he killed it. Yeah,
he absolutely destroyed it. Yeah,
yeah, and also like it was so good for me to watch this movie and not know anything. I don't know Shang-Chi's history in the comics. Don't know, and that made the experience even more enjoyable.
Yeah, because you're discovering it.
Yeah, and it's also like, yo, like when okay, so I mean, Ryan doesn't care about spoilers, so I mean,
go ahead.
There's all
Cue the Gollum noise.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Put the graphic up. Put the graphic up. Spoilers.
What do you call that? What do you call that?
Spoiler.
Is it in San Francisco? Was that a trolley or whatever the bus they were on, the double bus?
Car.
Yeah,
cable car, whatever they were on. When he starts to fucking clap cheeks, like you're like, yo, like wait, what? But then he totally explains it afterwards because that's what because at that point in time you're like, how does he know how to do that? Wait a minute, because of what we got before they showed any backstory was it just jumped from this point to this point, and I'm like, okay, he's really fucking kicking ass on this thing. How? And then all of a sudden afterwards, he's like telling the story on the plane with Awkwafina about his, how his dad trained him or whatever. So like, yeah,
that's the actress's name is Awkwafina.
Yeah.
That's just every time I hear it, it just reminds me of the
dude. I couldn't believe the first time I heard her name was Awkwafina. I was like, wait, what? But
Katie. Her name was Katie.
Yeah, Katie. But they explained all that. There's like almost
Katie
no
with a
loose
K.
ends. I couldn't find like a really big loose end in this movie where you're like, how? Oh,
Yeah.
Explained. Cool. Let's keep going. Like, yeah, that's
to your point. To your point, that kind of shows how well they did non-linear storytelling in this movie.
Yeah,
like they showed you, like you said, they show the fight scene. You're like, well, what's going on here? Then eventually you see an unraveling of how exactly he got to that point, how much he trained, what he had to do. And it goes back and forth. And I think they did it in a very, very good and cohesive way to where it was understandable. Mm-hmm. You knew what was going on. And it built the characters in the movie each time. Like there was no flashback scene that for me felt pointless.
Yeah.
Which can sometimes happen in nonlinear story movies.
Yeah. No, it was incredible. Visually,
I actually thought that Awkwafina, Katie, I actually didn't find her to be annoying. In the trailer I did, but in the movie, I thought she was all right.
She was pretty. I would say I did think she was going to be even worse. There's just a couple moments where I was like, okay, chill. But other than that,
she was like, we make a pretty good team.
But see, that was taken out of context.
Yeah, it was taken out of super context. Yeah, that actually wasn't that bad. Clap cheeks. I think I watched. Katsuka says clap cheeks. I think I watched it wrong. Kicking ass. I'll say kicking ass. Okay.
Yeah.
And taking names, Chinese names.
And remember, we're talking spoilers here, so I got the logo up. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But I actually liked the fact that Ben Kingsley was in the movie.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. He was a fun insertion into the story.
Yeah, and it connected too. It was like, oh, because he's the Mandarin and that's the Mandarin. Mm-hmm. I get it, and I like that they're doing this. Okay, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, no, that it kind of there were a couple points where he was in there. Where I was like, oh, okay, but then for the most part, it wasn't that big of a, like when they first saw him, I was like, wait, what? Okay, because he mentioned that like a little bit before that at dinner. When his dad said something about him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, it kind of does. It kind of does. And the reason he was there was to clean that up.
Definitely.
Yeah, Marvel knows the bad taste that was left in people's mouths because of Ben Kingsley's like his Mandarin in Iron Man 3. So like, let's clean all that up.
Let's make him lovable and adorable.
I liked it. I thought he was funny. It was the stupidest thing, but it was funny the way he did it.
Yeah.
In Iron Man 3. That was one of the more, for me, one of the more enjoyable things of Iron Man 3 was Ben Kingsley's performance. Because it was like it was like I can't just turn it on, and they did, and they're like, oh, they're losing their minds, or whatever. It's so funny.
Yo, were any of you guys fooled?
I can't just turn it on.
By Iron Man 3?
No. Oh yeah, everybody was from Iron Man 3. That's not the real Mandarin. No. I'm talking about at the end when he was laying there. I was like, no fucking way.
No, I knew he wasn't dead. Yeah, in fact, I thought in my mind like he's totally faking it right.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it was perfect too.
Yeah.
Of course, it's an act.
Everything.
Join me.
The final act.
Join me.
It was done, and you're right. Like you saying, Dawson. Like, no, if you did not know this was a character, besides a couple of references made or seeing the Abomination or like Wong, if you take away just like three things, or the one their one friend who was at whatever having dinner with them early in the movie, and she's like, in a snap, everybody could be gone, like or whatever she says about that. If you take away like 3 or 4 things, you don't even notice it's a Marvel movie. You know what I mean? And it's fire because like I've watched kung fu movies before where there's like elements like that are in this movie and in movies like that. So where like it would all make sense without it being connected to anything in the post-credit scenes or anything like that. So yeah,
well, that's what WB wants to do. They're like, yeah, we're gonna have it softly connected. Yeah, and then Shang-Chi comes out and like, fuck, we can't even do that right. God damn it.
Hey, we should do the Atom because we'll base it in China.
In 3D.
Why? 3D.
I want it.
I'm sure he'll send it to you if you send him that little box set you just got today.
Yeah, I'll trade you.
No.
If you become a member,
if you become a member right now, he will send it.
What if I Venmo you for the shipping costs?
Oh yeah. No, I want to keep the movie, but no. So definitely check out Shang-Chi. It's a really cool movie. I really enjoyed it. And I can't wait for Ryan to see it, even though he won't. It's a good movie though. It's a good action movie and it's got a good story. I actually enjoyed the
watch Ryan hate this. Just watch him hate Shang-Chi.
I already said I know. I can guarantee you there's one scene that Ryan's gonna be like, okay. I think I mentioned it on the show.
Well, not everything, not every film is flawless.
Yeah,
no film is flawless.
We're not saying this is flawless, but there's a particular scene where somebody learns how to do something very, very fast.
Yeah,
he learns how to do it very well, very, very fast, and I'm like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, I mean that was a little bit rushed, but
yeah,
I so they pull the Matrix. Is like, I know kung fu. I'm like,
yeah,
kind of.
I know kung fu. Show me.
Yeah. It's actually pronounced kung fu.
Like
Kung Pao.
Kung Pao chicken. Oh, I'm getting hungry now. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting really hungry.
That's the perfect reference for that. Is that she got it uploaded into her mind
after practicing once.
Yeah.
And seeing an old man die.
And seeing an old man die.
An old man she barely knew.
I actually thought that like when they won at the end, I actually thought that like the people would come back to life.
They win?
No, I thought they would too.
I thought that maybe,
I'm glad they didn't, though. Of course.
Yeah, because then his father would have came back and would have been like, "Oh, this is awkward." Like, I'm glad you're back. If
there was one character that I think shouldn't have had as many lines as they did in the movie, it's the big mercenary with the blade for an arm.
Oh yeah,
he shouldn't have had any lines at the end.
Like,
his acting at the end of the movie was not great. If they would just simply had him be the big bad guy,
was it as good as the Rhino?
Oh God! Don't go there.
Don't go there.
We must not fight together. We must fight together in order to survive. It's just like, okay, dude, you should have just been a non-speaking role.
That was as much as Awkwafina's abilities, like I guess being enhanced.
How bad that looks.
As much as that scene with her that we were previously talking about, that's the one. That's the one thing I'd be like, okay, if you could take this out of the movie before I watch it again, that'd be good. It's so predictable because he's just literally like, she's like, yo, if we're gonna defeat these people, we need to work together. He's like, you knew that was coming. Kill my best friend. Oh, we need to work. Like it's so, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was like
very cliche.
I would like to see that one get out of here, but the rest of the movie does keep it.
Yeah, no, it was good. Live action Dragon Ball, can't help. Yeah, no, it really felt like a live action Dragon Ball, like with the dragon especially and all that. So yeah, no, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, Dragon definitely would help in that regard.
We really would. And guys, so definitely check out Shang-Chi in theaters right now. We're gonna be giving away a free digital copy. No, we're not. That would have been awesome. But definitely check it out. It's a really good movie. And
I know the answer. Let me get that copy.
I know the answer. Let me get that copy. I know, right?
Yeah.
And so, guys, that's going to do it for the show. That's all the topics that we have for today. I want to thank Victor and Aaron S. Bailey who came out today and shared their art with us and talked to us about, especially Victor's experience on the set. of Zack Snyder's Justice League. That was absolutely incredible, and their artwork is absolutely incredible. And next week, you guys, we have another fire guest coming in. Making her return is going to be Liz Wonder, coming back to talk to the 4Nerds, and also she just had a exclusive Vero release of some new images, new cosplay that she did. So definitely check that out. And she'll be on here as well. I think Dawson, you're gonna be the host of that episode.
If I'm up next in the order, then
you don't even know.
You're next in the order.
Kalal, no.
Anthony keeps track of that.
She wants Anthony.
Anthony keeps track of that.
No, I'm joking.
What? Hey, if she wants Anthony, we give her Anthony.
Yeah, if you want that, hey, whatever you
Brooke
want,
know about
whatever
this?
you want.
whatever you want.
You choose the host.
Oh, when me and Andre talked to her on his show that one time, she came in here.
Yeah, we need
thought,
that
she
drop.
thought it
That's
was
what's
her.
funny.
She came in here. She's like, "Is that Cal?" No. I was like, "No."
You're like, yeah, we got her.
No, I wasn't gonna lie. I was like, "Nah."
We're about to get 1 million views.
Oh my god, can you imagine? Jeez.
No.
Actually, what I would probably do is I'd follow the WB mold and I just keep it unlisted. Unfucking listed. Can you believe that? So
Man, you changed gears so
Wow.
fast.
I mean, we're back on this. Okay, so
stupid.
yeah.
I can't get
So
over
we're
how
back,
dumb it is. It's
guys.
so
It is really
dumb.
stupid.
Welcome,
It is
Victor
very, very
and
dumb.
Aaron.
It's like they're so unsly about everything. Everything
Yeah.
they do is horrible.
What's great about this is that just like with Ray Fisher or whatever, we get to see a little bit behind the curtain. You know, we get to see just a little bit about their underhandedness, their backhandedness, they think they're sly, slick, whatever. And we get to see the shit that they try to pull.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's up to us whether we say, hey, we're going to do something about it or just let it slide. I mean, we're all going to tune into Fandom, and that's not run by that's run by these people that are doing this shit.
Mhm.
So,
yeah, indeed, they own the rights to that. So they would run DC Fandom. That's indeed true. Yes, good observation.
well, I'm waiting for some observations from Dawson. We need to add something to the mix.
I mean, look, it's a. Before I on it, it's a thing. Like I thought about this the past couple of days. It's a real slippery slope, man. Everybody's out here with their physical copies of Justice League, and right on. I've got one. I've got a couple more on the way.
Yeah,
This is not about
who's probably making 80% of the money off of those things.
Yeah,
exactly.
But
the company that we hate. So like it's we can have these discussions.
Yeah.
Even Ray Fisher bought a copy of it.
yeah.
Like he literally posted a picture where he
And it's not all of Warner Brothers that are dicks. It's
Toby Emmerich.
It's Toby Emmerich,
Mhm.
And the people that he control. The people that are in his
yeah.
Party or
His camp.
Camp. Yeah,
his party of 5
party. Well, they go out to eat all the time. So
all
like,
the
this is my
time.
party.
Yeah.
This is my tribe.
I'm just saying, like it's a thing where like a lot of people like to say a lot of stuff when it comes to like supporting Warner Brothers or whatever. And I know a couple weeks ago at that one Comic-Con that one comic convention in Florida where Ray Fisher was there, and he said he will no longer support anything by Warner Brothers unless change is made. You could also say he did buy a copy.
Yeah,
But that's not. He didn't buy it to support Warner Brothers. He bought it to support Zack Snyder and to say, let's make these sales high." That's what I'm saying. And I'm.
He's
cool
voting with his money.
Yeah, I'm cool with that though. Like I am literally like that's fire. When I saw that, I retweeted it. I fucking put it on my Instagram story. That's fire. But there are people out there who try to pose the conversation. The same people I was talking about who are like, don't let anybody tell you that if you want to see the Flash that you're wrong. Don't
right.
Don't let anybody tell you.
I want to see the Flash.
Yeah, but there are people out there who think that if you support that you don't support Ray Fisher.
Basically,
That's bullshit.
If anybody out there are trying to govern how other people should think, then that's wrong.
Yeah,
you shouldn't try to govern the people's thoughts. You should let them do what they want to do. And just because someone thinks one way doesn't make them evil just because it contradicts what you think, right? We have to remember that disagreeing on how to approach something. Like, for example, this thing with Warner Brothers does not mean that one side or the other is inherently wrong or evil. It's just simply the way you choose to approach it. Like, you can have the mentality, and I've seen a lot of people with this, and I can definitely understand the sentiment, is that there's so many other people behind each movie besides the producers that are distasteful in Warner Brothers. There's the directors, there's the cinematographers, there's the production designers, there's the actors, there's the background actors, there's all these different people involved. And so you can have the mentality of maybe supporting those people, and you can have the other side where thinking, well, anything attached to them that makes money will make them look better. And I can understand that too. There's definitely a place for middle ground where you can choose one way or the other. So people just got to keep that in mind.
Yeah, and to put it all into perspective, we go back to the video that was posted earlier today. This one here from Robert Meyer Burnett, which spells it out extremely well.
Toby Emmerich, he doesn't want the Snyder Cut to succeed. He wishes it would just go away. I can't even imagine what it's like to get the Snyder Cut made if you're Toby Emmerich and watch this thing happening, because basically what the Snyder Cut is, it basically says everyone who worked at everyone at the highest levels of Warner Brothers that worked on Justice League at the time, the Justice League that was released, is a fucking idiot. Now,
there it is,
because they caused that all to happen. You know, they didn't want to push their release date. They fucked Zack Snyder at every turn, because after Man of Steel came out, everybody was Monday morning quarterbacking, and everybody wanted to change this and change that. They're looking at the dailies and they're like, oh, well, I mean, this isn't the light movie that we thought we were going to get, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That's the studio thing. The studio really messed up. They really messed up. And they did it to somebody they had a long-standing relationship with, which was even worse. But anyway, be that as it may. It was all about money and compensation. And also, Toby Emmerich wasn't about to step in and help out. He wants the Snyder Cut to disappoint. He wants to be able to say, see, we were right. We were right. Because if he doesn't, the Snyder Cut will always exist as a pox on his house, as a thing that says, we fucked up and you knew best and we didn't. And studio executives never like that, because usually when you make some kind of an epic failure like that, that's what everyone's scared of.
That's it.
Gone. But if this comes out and everybody loves it and it becomes a critical darling, and by the way, you know, assuming people, you know, really, really love this, who knows where it's going to go? Look what The Mandalorian led to.
I mean,
obviously this is older because
this is older, but it makes so much sense even to this day.
True. It rings true.
It's still relevant and
still very relevant.
Dude, spitting straight facts is what he's doing right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it really is.
It's too bad, man. It's too bad. It's facts. It's too bad that we sit here in this type of situation where
that's what it is, man. That's what I was saying earlier with them trying to hide the shit. You know, it's just, when you're in this position and you screw up that bad, you're usually done. You know, because you've cost the company potentially millions or billions of dollars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that goes back to what Ryan and Dawson were saying earlier. As there has to be something else. Yeah. Because normally, think about your normal showman, your normal. I don't want to use this term, but like it works. There's a movie where Steve Martin plays an evangelist, like.
Leap of Faith.
Yeah. If they are totally against it, it comes out and it's successful. Let's jump on that bandwagon. Let's shake some more money out of the tree. They're not doing that. They're just like. Let's keep pushing it farther away, even though it's literally fucking making money, and we're literally pissing away money when we don't embrace this and expand on this. Yeah. So like it's literally like, you know what I mean? Like your normal showman would like see. Damn, there's another movie where something happens and they like the show. Yes, that worked, and they just, you know what I mean? Like they fully embrace that thing. They're not doing that, and that's
Warner Brothers DC section is literally the definition of the term cut off your nose to spite your face.
Yes.
Honestly, like they are so bound and determined to make something fail and to ignore something that they, again, like we mentioned before, they're willing to go to the links of posting a trailer for a 4K and Blu-ray release and not even have it be public on the platform. They literally did the bare minimum. They're like, okay, we have to post a trailer, but it doesn't say in the fine print that we have to make it public.
Yeah.
Sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, to choose not to move forward with this project, with this universe, with the storyline, if you would, that Zach came up with, to not move forward with characters like, we saw Steppenwolf, but with characters like Darkseid, which looks phenomenal.
Okay, that's what gets me the most, is that you literally have, you keep saying, what would Marvel do, right? What would Marvel do? Marvel would continue to utilize their big bad of their universe.
Yes, they do.
Darkseid is literally DC's.
Well, yeah.
In fact,
But the crux is, you're right. But the crux is that they would have to pay Zach.
I know,
and they don't want to pay Zach. That's why they took
don't
away
want to pay him either.
I'm sorry. Yeah, they don't want to pay Ray
as
well.
No.
Because he's not playing ball. And they canceled that New Gods project and they blamed it on Zach's project, which is stupid. But they did all that because they're trying to throw so much shade at this whole thing. They're like, come on, guys, y'all don't see what we see. This is killing us.
Well, it's like Zach said too, when Toby Emmerich said, "Hey, how about we just release it just as is, like a rough cut?" And he was like, "No, I don't want to do that for two reasons." And one of them was
game.
Yeah, because basically you're gonna put out and you're gonna say, and look, it's not even that good. Look, it's not that good.
We were right.
The thing is, when Thanos finally came into fruition in the MCU, it was a big, massive thing, right? People realized that Thanos was basically a copy of Darkseid in a way. Like a lot of Marvel characters, they took inspiration from Darkseid. So literally, you have access to using the character that Thanos is based off of in your live-action movie universe, and you're denying fans the opportunity to see that.
Exactly. Right. And it, at the end of the day, it's so fucked up and it's a shame. But as long as we keep pushing this, we just can't. They want it to go away, and I know I'm gonna do whatever I can to make sure that it does not go away. No. I think most of us are going to be doing the same thing. So, guys, I want to thank everyone who came out here. Victor, Aaron S. Bailey. You can find all of us at where the hell is it? Where is it? At all these
Vero.
Except for
my God!
I don't have it.
Wait a minute.
No, that's a lie because I mailed it to you.
I take
the
accolades back.
So, in spite of Dawson, let's go around the horn. Ryan, where can they find you?
You can find me right here next week with Dawson as the host, and then you can find me on Tuesdays where I normally do my drawing stream.
Okay, Anthony.
Find me next Thursday right here with Liz Wonder. You know what I'm saying? Cosplayer Supreme in the house. Up here with these guys, and also tomorrow night on my show at 8:00 p.m. Eastern time. Gonna be talking the weekly news pretty much. World's Finest on Sundays, and man, that's really fun.
All right,
there you go.
And Dawson, where can they find you?
Well, see, next Thursday there's gonna be the show called 4Nerds, hosted by myself, also featuring Liz Wonder. Yeah, and then Sundays at 4:30 p.m. Eastern time, as well as Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time, and Saturdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. How'd you like that awkward silence?
That was a very, very awkward silence.
Did you hear me? I was like, "Yeah, I'm here to tell you."
I was waiting for it. I was so
obvious. Now I'm not going to do it. So, and then guys,
you even took your hands away, and I was like, "Okay, he's not doing it, but he might."
That's hilarious, though.
So, guys, tune in to ACS Universe this Friday, and then tune in this Saturday to Nerdy Talk. Which is at what time?
9:30 p.m. Eastern time.
9:30 p.m. Eastern time. And then later that night, over on my channel with Nickatina Show, it'll be a special episode of Talk Nerdy to Me, where we're going to be talking about Chapter 1 of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Don't count it, Batman. If you're a member of the channel, then you can watch the episode with us. We're going to try to watch the episode and see if WB takes us down or not. It's going to be the intro to ZSJL and Chapter 1, and that's it. And then afterwards, we're going to go live on YouTube and talk about Don't Count a Batman Chapter 1 on a Talk Nerdy to Me. That's going to be at 11:30 Eastern Time, right after Nerdy Talk with Dawson.
Nerd.
Yes,
All right,
that
you
is
guys.
his name.
That is his name.
All
right, you guys.
Big
We'll see you guys
Nerd
next week.
Saturday.
That's it. And we'll see you guys next week with Liz Wonder here in the show, hosted by Dawson. I don't know what he's doing over
I was
there.
going to present the picture, but you took it away. So
There you go. There you go. Okay. All righty. There it is. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time.